Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I just thought about this whole thing. I was in Detroit 2015. I placed in an order for coconut core, coconut husk. Cost me $12,672 for 20 pallets out of Canada, which was like right across the bridge of downtown Detroit. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is to illuminate the fact and light to most people thinking I don't know the price and actuality price of things. So let me spell it out for you. It cost me $1 per coconut. It takes 26, look at my notes, look at the notes. You can get wrong, you can get right. Get right on that ass. It's a subtotal of 26,000. You heard me right. 26,000 coconuts. $26,660 coconuts make 100 yards. So each coconut costs $1, depending on who you're buying from. Some of them cost $2. Some cost $1.50. So the reason why I make this video, if it's costing me $1, $2 maximum, depending on where I get it from, and you want 100 yards, well, as a business owner, which I am, I'm not finna divulge my capital. That's called a critical hit to your bottom line, and you will flatline in business. If it's costing me $1 to $2 per coconut, regardless of what's on the outside of that fucking nut, my job is to capture my fucking money back and then some for the effort of going through getting it. Now, I can order you coconut husks, still American coconut husks, but for me, it's still gonna cost you. Because now I gotta process them, which costs fuel and money. Either way, either if I order them for you, it's still gonna cost fuel and money. That's something you can't get away from. It's called a process of manufacturing. I'm not gonna trip over pennies and overlook dollars. Put it in real perspective. Three coconuts make, let's say I paid $2 a piece. 3 coconuts is $6. Plus the time and effort to make that went into to get it to this point. This ain't even finished point. We'll process it down, hack it out, run electric or gas, however you gonna set up your equipment. Still costs. Um, I have goals to reach in real life time. Until more people are on board with Growstars, well, you're going to be paying a little more. I got 30 people on board, the price goes down. Now I can regulate my production costs across the board, which regulates my prices across the board, which causes the prices, which I can get you a competitive price at a competitive standpoint. These are facts. 30 people on board, no problem. I get you a better price. The price goes down. Because now I'm getting it. I can handle my men, my equipment, and all of my other expenses. I can order already pre-processed coconuts. That's going to be 6 racks, 6,500. And that's a 52 footer. It's not Sri Lankan, it's not imported from a different country, it's still on American soil. It's still going to cost 6,500. And that's not even processed. You want them just like that, unprocessed, you want to process them yourself, fine and dandy. It's gonna cost you $10.50 or $10,500. I'm getting my money back, so I can put my money into something else that's beneficial to me in the outset of my business. If I'm spending my money to go into your product, that's why I sell the materials. That's why I started scrapulating and saying, all right, let me just sell materials, let them build out their own products however they see fit. Now, if you want coconut husks, it's $6,500. If you want them pre-processed, the way I process them, fine. If you want them just ran through a chipper and blowed into the truck, fine, it's still costing me money to do that. And you're still going to pay that tab. My tab per hour plus yardage, you're looking at a good $22 per yard produced for you. That's just the facts. Now, if you want your preset order of uprising materials, that's grade C. That's going to be $17.25. Anything in grade A category, you're paying $6,500, 400 yards. That's the flat. That's a flat. Honest to truth, God is good witness. It's $6,500, 100 yards, plus shipping. That's another $3,000 on top of that. Almost 4. If it's going up to Vermont, it's going to cost you $3,900 something dollars, just in shipping costs alone. It's going to Ohio, it's $3,250. Anywhere in Ohio around that area. California I haven't mapped out yet, but it's going to be a little bit around, because that's 15 states away from me. Vermont It's a couple more. So you're looking at about $5,000 to get from here to California, plus $6,500. Florida, nothing. Nothing. Anywhere in Florida, nothing. You're looking at about, that's why I'm not focusing on Florida. I'm focusing on my business standpoints outside of the state of Florida, because these people can't get these materials because they can't grow them. They can't grow them. They won't survive up there. And if they can, they should have been growing them. Oh, I was parched. I had to put something in my palate. But that's basically it. Now, I'm trying to accommodate. I'm not trying to accommodate. I'm trying to acquire 150 acres. I'm going to stage out 20 acres of one species, 20 acres of the next species, 20 acres of the next species. I'm going to stage out all of my materials in developmental growth stages on this farm location. That way, once they get to harvestable, at a stage of harvesting, I harvest them just like any other crop. Replant. Wait for that timeline. Harvest again. Replant. The coconuts, I need approximately 40 acres of coconut palms, which are already established, and I'm looking at the location right now in real life time. There will be a hybrid coconut palm, which produces approximately about 160 coconuts per plant, bringing down the prices. So I ain't got to pay nobody. It's already established on my location. I have an orchard of them. I send my boys out there. We got the whole nine mapped out, everything, the whole thing. I done did up all the drawings on all of that. How it's going to operate, how it's going to function, how we're going to get everything, bam, 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 process, bam. Keep it rolling. So, moving forward, these plant species are fast-growing species. It takes me a period of 4 years to get them to mature height of harvesting. 4. I want to let it go longer than that. That's up to me. It's all depends on my characteristics of operation. Right down to the nursery, where we're producing our own species, rotating them out. Harvest, rotate. Harvest, rotate. That's basically how I laid out my system. I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody else is profit margin, and they put their operations on profit. Don't look at the long term, so they constantly spinning. I'm trying to get these numbers down to where everybody, right down to the homeless man, can walk up and say, hey, I want a bag of that uprising. Hey, I want a bag of that monarch. I'm not overlooking no one. And sure, in my beginning stages, I was under the impression that I had to deal with Lowe's, Home Depot. But what are they? It's just another outlet. So if it's just an outlet, the same as a farmer's market, which is an outlet, I build my own outlet. And I station my own outlets throughout the all 52, all of them up there. All of those stars is a target. All of those lines are targets in my eyes. I don't need your market. I build my own. Mano aqui. Holla. Love you. PayPal. GoFundMe. And paid members. Yeah, we doing the membership thing too. Paid members of Growstars, that's about $75. We keep this thing going. You can send that to P.O. Box 7603, Port St. Lucie, Florida 34985. Keep you updated on things and try and keep you aware of products that you shouldn't be feeding your plants. Now, if you got to feed your plants some bottled mystery, well, let's break that down. If I was the dope man, terminology only. If I was the dope man and I wanted you to come back, I step on the dope. Your high don't last that long, but you want that feeling, so you come back. Same principle of weed or any other plant. The nutrients are spiked, so it doesn't stay within the digestive as long. So you're hungry again. So that's the principle of what industrial agriculture is. You feed, you dope the plant for doped and sickened people. You feed them sickened, weakened plants for sickened, weakened people. Grow your own. Know how to build your own soil, or have somebody that's going to be 100% honest on building a superior soil for you, so you can feed your people. 6 plants, yeah, they look beautiful. Exterior wise, it looks beautiful. Exterior wise, send it to the lab. Cut it up, send it to the lab, and see how many parts per million in nutrients and minerals is it actually delivering to the host, the ingester. And I think we got labs that do that for like $12. You want to know what something is that you're digesting, send it to your lab. If they have a copyright in it, the lab will tell you straight up, we can't release that information to you, because they have a copyright on it, prohibiting the release of the information to what you're ingesting or what you're taking up at the grocery store. If it looks beautiful, dig a little deeper. It only costs $12. If you want to go further than that, it'll cost you no more than $90. Whether it's an onion, a brassica, kelp, lettuce, whatever, what have you. Peach, nectarine, apple, pear, grapefruit, citrus fruit. If that fruit, which is from a host plant, which is planted in soil, give you a better reference. Cut out all this bullshit that everybody else trying to do. this measuring cup vessel. Soil. Pencil, representation of a plant. If it's not drawing up minerals that is copulating through its cabulus, its stemata, and percolating into the production end of its fruit, its seeds, and it cannot be found within it, don't purchase it. Plant your own. And if they're selling you contaminated seeds, oh yeah, that's the next topic. Contaminated seeds for profit. Hybridized seeds for profit. Seeds that are unstable, so erratically unstable that they'll transmutate and become a hermaphrodite. And how do you get to transmutated seeds that turn into hermaphrodites, male and species, the same as a worm? You go to one species of plant and you go to another one. You say, oh, I like the way this one plant is, and I like the way that plant is, and you take the pollen and you cross-pollinate. Similar species of plant, but diverse. There's a split. There's a split in all genetics. All genetics. For a reason. Not saying that good things can't come out of cross-pollination or cross amalgams of plants, but they only did that because they're trying to render themselves easeability of rapid production of the plant, stating that there is a problem in the soil. There's not a problem in the soil. There's a problem within the concept of getting you to believe there's a problem in the soil. The only problem that there is found within the soil is the abundance of negative nematodes that obliterate developing young root systems because of their practices of chemical inductive, or better yet, dope man plants, junky plants for junky people. Same concept. I'm the dope man. I don't want you to be high 10 hours, because that's 10 hours of money I'm not capturing from you. I want you to be high 30, 40 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Because after that 20 minutes, I want to see you again with another $30 to $40. Dope man plants. Sick plants for sick people. You ingest sick plants. Like, oh, we grew it in hydroponically. Dope man plants. Hydroponics is not organic. It's a chemical induction. If it was truly hydroponics, there wouldn't be no input of any nutrients other than the water. If it is not river water, where all those nutrients are available naturally from the natural environment, then it's chemically induced. 100%. I end. I hope you learned. Pay attention to life.